Pineapple. So today I'm going to give out my secrets. They're not going to be secrets anymore because I'm giving it out to the public. And I would like to first of all ask you before I start with my secrets on how to get straight A's and skip grades. I want you to first click like and share. Share with the world. Share my secrets with the world. First of all, a little bit about me. I graduated from the College of St. Rose in earlier in business of administration. I graduated from there 3 years earlier. Imagine. That's a lot of years. 3 years earlier. And I have my secrets to share with you guys on how to get those straight A's and graduate early. I'm going to start with my secret number 1, and that is to use folders. Separate folders for each separate classes, for separate folders for separate classes. And make sure to label them with your name, your teacher's name, and after that, just anything that is given to you, like pamphlets or homework assignments that have to do with paperwork, always put it in that assigned folder. Number 2 is to participate in class. I know a lot of you guys are like, what if I don't know the answer and I want to participate? Well, even if you don't know the answer, the best time to participate is when you do know the answer. So once you participate when you do know the answer, you're less likely to get picked on a question that you don't know and look bad in front of everybody. So that's my tip number 2. Participate when you know the answer. Number 3, have different notebooks for different classes. And I had a lot of friends who used to mix classes in one notebook. Please don't do this, because what happened to them is very frequently known as disorganization, which means that you get confused with notes from another class and that you are not really able to concentrate fully on the material that was given to you and assigned on the other class. So make sure to have different notebooks for different classes. Number 4, use an agenda. Don't be a hero and say, oh my God, I'm going to memorize all of my assignments in my head. I'm going to memorize them all. Please don't do this. If you do this, what will happen is that you will come home and you will probably forget the homework assignments that your teacher assigned to you. This happened to me in middle school. Middle school was my worst years, because I used to think that I could memorize for homework, what we had for homework, and not write it in an agenda. And what happened was, like I mentioned previously, I would forget, and this turned to bad grades because the teacher would say, Sophie, did you do this homework assignment? I would be like, oh my God, I forgot. So please, number 4, use an agenda. And every time the teacher writes something down on the board for homework, write it down on that agenda. Number 5, use sticky notes whenever you are writing down notes and reading a book. Use sticky notes. This will help you a lot with participation, because you will be looking at your sticky notes and say, oh yeah, that's an important thing to say to the professor, because this was an important event that happened in the book. So write sticky notes. They are so helpful. Buy them. That's number 5. Number 6, whenever you don't know something, or you're in a class that it's like really hard for you, like for example, a class that was hard for me in college was finance. So what did I do? I literally sometimes stayed after class and talked to the professor, and I asked her or him questions on the material and the homework assignment ahead of the due date. Also, make friends with someone who's really smart in the classroom. So somebody that participates on things that you don't know makes them smart. So ask them questions whenever you're stuck. Make friends with them. Have I ever been made fun of for asking too many questions? Yes, I have. But what happened with my grades? I got A's on mostly everything. So that's my top advice for you, is to do that. Grab a study buddy. Somebody who you can count on will help you whenever you have those questions in finance or math or whatever you might be weak at. That could maybe, like, for example, it doesn't have to be math, but it could be English. If you want a review on an opinion, a review on what you wrote, ask a smart student who's always gotten good grades on writing papers. So, and make friends with those people. Make friends and always thank them. You don't know how many people will help you again if you just say thank you. Part of number 6. Number 7, questions. If one person makes fun of you for asking questions, ask someone else, but don't give up. And then say thank you always, but never give up in asking questions that you don't understand, something that you don't understand. And number 8, I cannot repeat and get tired of repeating to always say thank you when somebody helps you. Again, this makes you, I made it number 8 because it's, again, highlighted to say thank you to the people who help you. It will make them want to help you again in the future if you say thank you. Number 9, if it's a really hard class that you're taking, whether in middle school, in high school, or in college, always take down the phone numbers of people in your classroom who you know are good students and make a study group with them. This method is that you share notes that you might not have taken down yet, but they have it. You can take down their notes, and the notes that they don't have about you, they in turn can write them down. In other words, in your study group, let the other person talk about what they wrote down, all of the important information they wrote down in class, and then your turn, then when they're done, it's your turn to talk about all the important things that you saw, that you wrote in your classroom, and that they missed. That way, they can also catch up on things that you might have seen and they didn't see in the classroom, and you can study on that. So that's how a study group works. Tip number 10, secret number 10, is take notes. When a teacher is giving her class, it doesn't matter if you're in middle school, college, or high school. It doesn't matter. When a teacher is talking about something, write it down, like take notes about it. She will be impressed by you by taking notes, and she's likely to give you a better grade if she knows that you're interested. It makes you look interested in the subject when you take down notes, so that you're interested in what she's saying or what he or she is saying. So make sure to take down notes. Number 11 is to sleep well. So if, for example, you have to study for something, sleep early and wake up at 5 or 6 to study for 1 hour or 2 hours, depending on whether you wake up at 5 or 6. But sleep early at night time, because then you will be more likely to be concentrated on what you are being asked in a exam or in a quiz. Number 12, manage your time wisely. If you're invited to a party but you have to study for algebra, stay for algebra. You're gonna not regret it if you have a test, and you're gonna be more likely to be prepared to take it if you stay instead of going to the party. Guys, sometimes you have to make sacrifices, and that's one of them. 13, don't live your life based on stereotypes of the world, and stereotypes that you make in your own mind. For example, when I was in middle school, which was my worst time of my life, because I wasn't organized with my homework assignments, and I didn't have an agenda, and all of that made me have bad grades in middle school. But it was towards the end of middle school that I got better at this, and better at writing my homework and my agenda and being more organized. The top topic that I want to talk about, that stereotypes can make and stop you from reaching your goals in life. Again, in middle school, when I was in middle school, I would like to talk to you about a stereotype that I had, which was one of them, thinking that pretty girls get bad grades. and if you have or are stupid. It's the dedication you put in that counts. Number 14, don't go with pajamas to class. Dress nicely. Try to look good. Even if you have the same outfit, the same sweatshirt with you, or the same clothes regularly, because you don't have, you're poor and you don't have a variety of things to wear, always look clean and smell good. Because that's going to attract good people who have good intentions in your life. And if you dress like you don't care, you wear pajamas to school, your professor's likely not to give you a good grade based on your appearance. I know, guys, this happens in school. People judge you based on your appearance. So always try to look, even if you are poor and you don't have again a lot of clothes, again, dress nicely or smell good. At least because sometimes if you wear deodorant and go to class prepared. So I hope this helped. These are my tips and my secrets on how I was able to get straight A's and graduate 3 years earlier. So I skipped grades. So I hope this was helpful. Again, share and make sure to subscribe. Thank you. This is Anna Sofia Vakovic, Sweet Pineapple. Thanks.